So, right here, Chicago Sky's Angel Reese sounds off about entitlement. And I was like, what is she going to be talking about here? She's deciding to call the fans entitled. Unbelievable.
Angel Reese is back in the spotlight. Only this time, it's not her game making noise. Nope, it's her mouth. She's out here demanding superstar money while acting like she's untouchable when it comes to criticism. Seriously? She wants the paycheck of a franchise player, but none of the accountability. You've got to wonder, is Angel chasing elite basketball success, or is she just playing pretend royalty? Total contrast to Caitlin Clark, who keeps it real and lets her game do the talking. If you're riding with CC, drop a comment below. Let's get it.
Reese is giving terrible advice to potential fans and followers. Absolutely. This league is claiming it wants to be popular and it wants to generate interest. And you've got an actual player, supposed to be the supposed second most popular player in the league, crapping all over fans that have taken an interest in players.
Before you write it off as a one-time slip, let's be real. This wasn't some offhand comment. What Reese just said might actually be one of the biggest roadblocks to the WNBA's next level of growth. So here's the real question. Is Angel Reese genuinely pushing for meaningful change in women's basketball, or is she just stirring the pot and calling it activism? Stick around, because once you hear the full breakdown, you'll be saying, so that's what's really going on.
Y'all be feeling too entitled, thinking y'all's opinions matter about someone else's life instead of minding your own business. I promise you win at life when you just live your own life and mind your own business. I promise. I don't give a rat's about that. That statement right there.
Here's where it gets wild. Angel Reese doesn't hold any official title within the WNBA Players Association. She's not in leadership. She's not on the negotiating team. Yet here she is on social media making sweeping statements about potential strikes, acting like she speaks for the entire league. Basically, she's trying to play the voice of the WNBA without carrying any of the real responsibility. Imagine being a seasoned union rep grinding through serious talks, only to have a rookie hijack the message with half-baked threats on a public platform.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they're gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out.
That's a possibility for real.
School women's basketball has fought hard for recognition, and now that it's finally earning the spotlight, the headlines are getting hijacked by drama. Angel Reese just claimed she alone is the reason for the sport's surge in popularity. Instead of celebrating a collective moment of growth, Reese is making it all about herself. She's less focused on elevating the game and more obsessed with whether the spotlight is hitting her face. While the league works to build its future, Reese is out here swinging a wrecking ball, and fans are tired of it.
What are we doing here? These players in this league do not want this league to grow. Again, they want it to grow under their circumstances only. Women's basketball is finally getting attention, and now that it's getting attention, it's not the right kind of attention. Cry me a river. I mean, really, what are we doing here?
Here's the real issue. Angel wasn't criticized for having an opinion. She was called out for how she handled the backlash. At the pro level, scrutiny is part of the job. The bigger the spotlight, the louder the opinions. That's the reality. But instead of accepting that, Angel lashed out, acting like critics had no right to speak. And honestly, her reaction did more damage than the original criticism. In elite sports, real stars rise under pressure. They don't fold when the heat turns up. Angel Reese needs to understand that with influence comes responsibility. Only those who embrace that will truly thrive.
This is wild. This is a wild statement. You are a professional athlete. You are in the limelight. You have chosen to put yourself out there, which means you are open to criticism, and you're open to hearing things you aren't going to like. About your play, about how you conduct yourself, all of it. It is part of being a celebrity, a sports star, whatever. There's no amount of, well, we're going to call it online hate. Nah, it's criticism.
All eyes are locked on the matchup of the season. Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. On one side, Caitlin Clark, the generational talent redefining the game. On the other, Angel Reese, the lightning rod for controversy, always won. Comment away from dominating headlines. This isn't just a basketball game, it's a full-blown spectacle. A clash of two brands, one built on performance, the other on provocation. With Caitlin's much-anticipated return fueling the hype, analysts are predicting over 3 million viewers. This is more than a WNBA game, it's a litmus test for the league's future.
She believes a new record would be set. Quote, first, it's the Fever versus the Chicago Sky. Wonder why they did that, Bird said. We have not seen Caitlin Clark play in a long time, okay? And it's against Angel Reese. So my guess, we're going to see like 3+ million viewers, which I'm sure will smash some kind of a record. Interesting.
But beyond the ratings, this matchup is symbolic. Caitlin Clark embodies stardom built on substance. She shows up, elevates her team, and lets her game do the talking. Angel Reese, meanwhile, has become more associated with noise than results, her narrative fueled by confrontation over contribution. When these two share the court, the contrast will be impossible to miss. And just when it seemed like the drama might cool down, Angel stirred the pot again, this time by publicly labeling fans as entitled. Instead of embracing the people helping push women's basketball to new heights, she scolded them. For someone who claims to want to grow the game, it's baffling to alienate the very audience keeping the league's momentum alive.
Reese has recently been in the headlines for threatening a potential strike in the WNBA if negotiations during the next CBA don't go as players hope. Reese thinks women in the WNBA deserve higher pay. Some fans are afraid to strike. A strike could hurt the momentum the WNBA has built in popularity. When Reese and Caitlin Clark entered the league, it will kill this league. It will kill it. If they go on strike, it's a wrap.
Isn't just bad PR, it's a dangerous signal. In pro sports, the relationship with fans is everything. Gratitude isn't optional, it's essential. Alienating the audience doesn't just hurt your personal brand, it risks the league's hard-won momentum. Right when women's basketball is finally capturing hearts and headlines, Angel Reese is busy burning bridges. And then came the kicker, her casual threat of a strike. At the exact moment the WNBA is breaking through, Reese is floating the idea of walking off the court if pay demands aren't met. Let's be clear, no one's arguing players don't deserve more. But choosing this moment with the league gaining unprecedented traction to toss around lockout talk, that's reckless. While Caitlin Clark and other rising stars are grinding to build the future, Angel seems more focused on slamming the brakes. One misstep now could derail everything.
Reese uses her platform on social media and her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, to publicly espouse those beliefs. Reese recently suggested that she's different in person. Quote, the funniest thing people say to me is, wow, you're so nice in person. It's crazy the way you're portrayed online. I just laughed and say, yeah, I did a video about that. And you know what? A lot of fans said, you know what? We don't believe anybody ever told you that. Sorry. And look, you know what that is? That's a fan's opinion, and they can have it.
Meanwhile, Angel is busy trying to flip the script on her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, claiming she's simply misunderstood. According to her, she's far more likable in person, and it's all just a big public misread. But here's the thing. When the overwhelming reaction is, no one told you that, it reveals a deeper issue. This isn't just a PR blip, it's a credibility gap that words alone won't fix. In today's world, your image isn't shaped by what you say. It's shaped by how you consistently act. You can't just declare you're misunderstood and expect people to buy it. Angel's trying to control the narrative. But here's the truth. Fans, media, and cameras define public perception. And right now, the Angel Reese the public sees doesn't line up with the version she's trying to sell.
In a post on X Wednesday, Reese promised her followers that they'd be better off minding their own business. Wow. Would they be better off turning the TV off when your game is on? I mean, I'm starting to wonder, hey, we'd be better off turning the TV off when you're on? See what happens to them good old ratings? It doesn't matter if you're not playing Caitlin Clark. Nobody's watching you anyway.
School Angel Reese is towing a dangerous line, repeatedly making comments that come off as dismissive toward her own supporters. Telling fans to mind their business might sound like tough love if handled carefully, but here it felt more like a slap to the face of the very people keeping the league alive. There's a crucial reality she seems to miss. Her platform, paycheck, and public relevance exist because of the fans who buy tickets, watch broadcasts, and keep the WNBA afloat. If fans really did mind their business and stopped tuning in, those prized ratings would evaporate overnight. And let's be real, the majority of those viewers are tuning in for Caitlin Clark matchups. Without that spotlight, Reese is personal. Draw wouldn't even register. In pro sports, fans aren't just background noise, they're the entire engine. Insult them, and you're cutting the fuel line to your own future.
This league is claiming it wants to be popular, and it wants to generate interest. And you've got an actual player, supposed to be the supposed second most popular player in the league, crapping all over fans that have taken an interest in players. As part of that, you're going to get positive feedback and negative feedback. That's life. That's life. As a sports player, especially.
Reese continues to alienate fans with harsh comments and an aggressive stance against public feedback. Her claim that she doesn't care about opinions, coupled with her mind your business mantra, reveals not just disrespect, but a fundamental misunderstanding of what it takes to succeed in professional sports. Athletes don't exist in a vacuum. Their careers are intricately linked to the public through reactions, criticism, and yes, even praise. While not every tweet or opinion deserves attention, dismissing the audience entirely erodes the very bridge that keeps you relevant in the first place.
It's unbelievable, folks. Mind your own business, fans. I know you're sports fans, and I know we're in the public, but don't criticize us. We want you to keep your opinion to yourselves. And what is so wild about hearing this, we've heard this kind of thing from other WNBA players. In a struggling league that unless Caitlin Clark plays, there is no attendance, there is no ratings, there is no gate revenue. She is the only factor that's moving the needle.
School Angel Reese is towing a dangerous line, repeatedly making comments that come off as dismissive toward her own supporters. Telling fans to mind their business might sound like tough love if handled carefully, but here it felt more like a slap to the face of the very people keeping the league alive. There's a crucial reality she seems to miss. Her platform, paycheck, and public relevance exist because of the fans who buy tickets, watch broadcasts, and keep the WNBA afloat. If fans really did mind their business and stopped tuning in, those prized ratings would evaporate overnight. And let's be real, the majority of those viewers